was something that came up that I wanted to fucking ask you guys about because I have not been interested in politics in any serious way for like 8 months.
He's serious.
What the fuck are the Proud Boys? I can't figure out what the fuck those guys
It's
ankle is.
Gavin McGinnis fan club.
They're a group you should join up because if you're a pussy, you'll join it.
Yeah, you should join it because they like have a hazing ritual. It's cool.
Hey, did they actually burn up that guy's
Hey, hazing ritual, sticking your thumb up your ass on
Yes,
air?
that's like
step
step one.
behind the bar after.
Excuse me, it's not hazing. Hazing is illegal. We call it corrective action.
No, they take you out
It's just
behind the
extra
bar after
PT for you
making
today.
shots, and then
Exactly.
they punch you and make you name breakfast cereal. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like it's hijinks.
That didn't work too well for that one pedophile Proud Boy though. They beat the shit out of him behind the bar.
Do you have, because people are saying that guy legitimately got his fucking shit rocked in and
Yeah,
someone
you got
took his
the
ain't
shit
off.
beat out of him.
Did they take his ain't?
Hold on, Zoom. Are you telling me that some guy that doxed his full name, address, place of work, and phone number got beat up for saying he liked to fuck kids?
Oh, and then he had pictures of a fucking baby's vagina on his phone.
So wait, I didn't even hear this. What happened?
His
Okay,
name
so
was Brit Bong.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go get my gun.
Yeah, so we had this stream a while back. It was like, CivNat versus EthnoNat, right? And the guy comes on and he's just going. And eventually I was like, dude, you've got no edgy positions. You're basically a neocon, but more of a nihilist. And he's like, I've got edgy positions. And I don't want to say it because I'm going to take it out of context, but the guy starts advocating for pedophilia. And he's like, I've advocated for pedophilia before on my show and this and that. Anyway, I was like, so what's the youngest you ever jerked up to? Oh, well, I don't know, like 5. And then later he tries to play off that, I was just pretending to be retarded. It was all a joke, right? And then...
Still, he should get his ass beat for it.
No, hang on.
It gets worse.
It gets way better. So the thing ended and the working relationship with him and our people kind of deteriorated because he's an asshole. And somebody decided to put together all the clips of him saying that stuff on the show and put it up there, and he decided to get my channel a strike for it. And it turns out, doing the research that this podcast he has, there's like a 20-minute clip of him talking about having a picture that he took from someone else's phone. He's had it on his phone for like a decade of a baby's vagina, and he has a podcast, and he spends 20 minutes talking about how big this baby's vagina is and how
Understand this too. This dude works for AT&T, so he was like working as a technician with cell phones and just grabs some person's picture of their baby naked off of their phone.
Does AT&T stand for a toddler toucher?
No, it's actually T-Mobile. T-Mobile. We don't want to. AT&T is a great company that wouldn't employ pedophiles.
Same thing.
But yeah, so that happened. Anyway, it turns out the guy's a Proud Boy.
They're all owned by the same person, if you know what I'm
The
saying.
King of Pole, exceptional detective. He did a good video on the guy. I mean, it's a lot of whatever stuff to get
And
into.
what, they found out and beat his ass, or did that not happen?
Well, it turns out that Underwater Alex Jones is like very well connected to the Eastern Seaboard Proud Boy group, and then I got onto my chapter and I told my chapter leader about it, and he messaged Gavin immediately because Gavin is in charge of one of the chapters that I'm in. And they messaged him, and then the actual like Proud Boy admin messaged me and was like, "Hey, what do you have?" So I gave them all the clips, and then they watched it, and then they beat the shit out of him at the next meeting.
Did Gavin take one of the doorknobs out of his ass to beat him with?
Good.
It was really.
Like, I'll give Proud Boys some credit. Like I see them beating the shit out of Antifa in the street. I do see it. I love those videos where that guy was that big fucking Samoan guy was like punching the shit out of these lesbian chicks. I was like, that is fucking great stuff.
Dude, don't fuck with Samoans. I'm telling you.
I think they call that guy Tiny. And he's like decking these like 5'4" fucking lesbian bitches, and I was like, "This is fantastic! Like, I'm loving every minute of this."
You should be able to
The
legally
problem with
kill
Samoans
an
is
Antifa
you think
member.
you fought them all, but there's always Samoan of them. I'm sorry.
Dude, that was
Kill yourself. Kill yourself.
you botched that one pretty badly.
Let's move this to Joaquin's channel.
So it's like there's always Samoa. That's what you said. You think they're all gone, but there's always Samoa. No,
I'm sorry. I was concentrating on my beautiful artwork.
Chipperson is the joke that never dies.
What are you saying, Proud Boys? What are they proud of? Beating up some pedophiles or something like that?
It's something to be proud of, man. It's worth it.
I don't know, man. I've seen some fucking weirdos in that group, and most of the people just want to drink and tell people to stop being pussies, and I don't see a problem with that.
I don't really have a problem with Proud Boys, man.
Like
Most of them are just
telling a
like.
woman she belongs in the kitchen and she should be at home taking care of their kids. Like,
Hold on. Yeah, Zoom, aren't you a proud boy?
yes, I am.
He's a proud man.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Dude, I used to hang out with the New York
Likewise.
City Proud Boys all the time, man. They would fucking love it.
Oh,
when I
you
would
in
come
New
around.
York? So am I.
Not anymore. I was.
So that's where I am.
What happened to Sal, man? What happened to Fat Sal?
Last I heard,
You
he's
don't have
still
to
there.
tell me. You don't have to tell me. If you... Oh, because somebody told me he wasn't in the New York group anymore.
Alex told me that he moved to a different group.
Oh, all right.
So, do you know Gavin personally then? Zoom?
I've met him a few times. I've actually been to Vice HQ, but that was usually to be interviewed for something else.
I always wonder if he's a little bit more,
I
right
like
than he
to
lets
troll
on.
I like to troll the Vice reporters all the time. Like I had this dude Lorenzo. I just had him running up and down Fifth Avenue looking for me. And what happened was I had actually taken a break from work, and I spent like an hour walking up and down the street taking pictures, and I just kept making him walk around in a circle and making him think that I was just moving really fast. And he was like, "How are you doing this?" And then I was like, and then I just came up behind him. I scared the shit out of him, and then I trolled him for like
That's
a good
great.
hour, giving him this fake interview. And then after he got done and he took all the notes and shit, and I got back home, I told him I was lying and that it wasn't even real, and he was really pissed. I told him that
That's freaking great.
when we broke into the CIA's email, we found a bunch of evidence of aliens being hidden, and that the leftists weren't allowing the alt-right to release the truth about life outside of our own universe.
I love how you're the one guy. I love you're the one guy in a conversation who just casually bring up breaking into the head of the CIA's personal email.
Well, I mean, according to United
Yeah.
States law, we didn't do that. Some retards in North Carolina did it, and we just let them take the fall for it.